Roy? Fred? Well, here's to the big one.
What's up, everyone? This is Phil, the Kaiju King, from my collection room here in Greater Cincinnati. Well, hope everyone's doing safe and sound out there and taking care of yourself as we're all sheltered in place. Most of the country now. I'm doing okay on this end. My girlfriend, we're doing okay so far. So, the economy's been hit hard and the whole world's been hit hard by what's going on, and I just hope everyone stays safe and stays aware and stays vigilant and do what the government's telling us to do so we can try to overcome this thing. But I want to wish everyone good luck and good vibes, and God bless, and I hope everyone makes it through this just fine. In this video today, I wanted to take a look at this figure, which I've had in my collection for over 2 years now, but I thought I'd go and I want to do an individual video on this King Kong 1976 sculpt I had from Mark Seng Yang. It's a hybrid scale. It's probably about 15 inches tall, and I will have some X plus comparisons here toward the end to show how his true size is. It's a really nicely done Kong 76. Of course, this movie, King Kong 1976, is a love and hate, it seems to me, in the King Kong fandom. A lot of people either love it or hate it, and there's really no in between there. I'm on the love side. I have very fond memories of the film. In previous videos, I've probably mentioned that I recall my dad taking me to see this movie when I was 5 years old, and when it came out in, I think, December of 76. So I have very fond memories of seeing this movie in the theater. I love this version of Kong. I love this suit they made. Rick Baker did excellent on the suit, did excellent on portraying Kong and his facial expressions and his eyes and everything. He did a really good job. I know some people think that Kong in the movie's kind of weird, how he looks at Dwan or Jessica Lange, but I think it was just he was caught off guard by her appearance, of course, being a white woman versus a native girl from the island, and it just threw him off, and he got mesmerized by her. That's the way I've always felt about it, but I could be wrong, but that's just the way I've always looked at it. He got really mesmerized by her difference in appearance compared to what he's been gifted in the past by those islanders. But Kong, of course, is very great design in the film, very great design. Probably my favorite roar of Kong is this 76. I don't know how they did that roar. I would love to know, but if anybody knows, comment below. But I love the roar of the 76. I love his viciousness and stuff. I do agree with a lot of people that they don't like this because there's no dinosaurs on the island, because it was supposed to be a remake of the 33, and really I can agree with that. They should have put at least a couple dinosaurs on there. Like 33 was prevalent with many dinosaur species. They could have put at least a T-Rex on there for him to do battle with. But remember, this Kong was like 50 feet tall, so that T-Rex would have been an overgrown T-Rex to fight this Kong, because I think a T-Rex in general is only 20 feet tall, maybe at the most 25. I mean, Kong would have been almost double the size of it. So but I always did like the snake, the way they set it up with the snake, the giant python that tried to Steel Dawn, and Kong had to defeat him. And you'll see all my 76 Kongs here in a bit too. But this movie, it's a love and hate. I know with the fandom, I love it. I'm on the love side because of the suit design by Rick Baker and his portrayal of Kong in the suit. Really, he did a good job in that movie. And I think this movie won awards in 76 for special effects, but I can't remember. I think it did. I love the film. I love the portrayal of Rick Baker. And as far as suit Kongs, which was what, 4? There was 62, 67, 76, and 86. 76 is my favorite man in suit Kong. By far. Just the design, overall look and design of how they did it. They carried it off very well, I thought. Very nicely done. 86, it ain't this suit to me. It doesn't look the same in the face or nothing. And in 86, he knuckle walks, and he never did that in 76. So that's one of the things I don't like about 86, really, is the design is different from this slightly, especially in the face and stuff. And he's a knuckle walker, and he was never a knuckle walker in 76. So, but the movie is great. I mean, they play off the oil crisis in the 70s with that film by, they're looking for oil and they find Kong, of course, and they bring him to New York, and then he breaks free. And of course, the tragedy goes from there. It follows the 33 theme, and he climbs up then the new World Trade Center and meets his demise as the city officials betray Jack Prescott, aka Jeff Bridges, in the film, and he wanted them to net him, and they actually come in with four helicopters and shoot him to death. And it's very gruesome and bloody at the end too. But it's a great movie. There are no figures of this Kong. I wish there was. Kong's rights are so messed up that nobody can really make figures. I mean, Legendary has the Legendary Kong. They have rights with Warner Brothers to make those figures with X Plus has done really good with those. I have the both Star Ace X Plus Kongs they've done for 2017, and they're excellent. Version 1, version 2. This guy is significantly bigger than the version 2, which is bigger than the version 1. This is really a pretty hybrid, like I said, a hybrid scaled figure in between a gigantic and a 30 centimeter figure. But they're so rare to find any kind of Kong figures, really. So I approached Mark Seng Yang about some 76 projects, and this is one of the early ones I got. The very first one was at a 30 centimeter. And then the second one was Kong killing the boa, I believe, if I'm correct. And then my third one was this. And they were all in 2017, between the middle of the year and the end of the year. I had got all 3 of those, and I didn't get the next one till last year, which was the Breakthrough Project, Kong breaking through the wall. But I'll bring all those up here toward the end. Mark did a good job on this. Of course, he's done better on the last Kong, the 2019 76 Kong he made me last year, breaking through the wall. It's the best one so far that he's done for me as far as 76. As far as the look in the face, that face is tricky to catch, and this one, it's not the best, and Mark would admit that he's gotten better. And I know Leslie Chambers has a 76 Kong that looks really impressive from Mark. Larger scale. It looks better than this one does. The face on this one is not perfect, but the rest of it I think he did really well. The face is lacking a bit as far as some accuracy. But as you'll see on my bigger, the one that's bigger than this one, even my 2019 version that he done of the 76, he really did a much better job, especially in the face. But the rest of him is really nicely done. The face isn't terrible, considering we don't have any 76 Kong figures. A lot of people look at this and they say, oh, that's the 76. So it ain't like it's horrid or anything. It's just, he did a good job at this time when he was first working out on some 76 Kongs. And he's gotten better since then. So, and I know Leslie's is better, in my opinion, than this one, especially in the facial area. And And the my 2019 version of the 76 he did is much better. But this is a pretty good figure. Of course, he's all jet black, just like the suit in the film. Pretty much all jet black painted. The fur on the legs are nicely done. The legs are nice and thick and muscular looking. He captured that very well. The feet, the toes are all black. The hands are black fingers as well. The right hand is the hand front forward like that. The left hand is cupped because I have a woman figure I can put in his hand there. And his back is nice and broad and muscular looking there. Both arms, the sculpting of the fur on his arms is really nicely done by Mark, I would say, in my opinion. The chest, of course, the bare black, jet black skin chest of this 76 Kong, prevalent to that Kong, is nicely done. Nice detail there. Of course, the cone-shaped head, really nicely done by Mark, and the fur on top of that head. Ears are nicely sculpted on either side of this Kong 76 head. It has a very, very deep eyebrow ridge. Very deep inset eyes, and I think that's part of throws me off a little bit in the face on him. And then his mouth is really cupped looking. The eyes and the face and the mouth, I think, are the two things that kind of mislead me a little bit with him in the face. But I still look at it and see the 76. And Mark did a really pretty good job on this, and he's gotten better since then. But nice deep eyebrow ridge, nice wrinkles in the forehead there. The eyes are set back in there. They are white. Black pupil, I believe. Nice wide nostril and everything. The teeth are individually sculpted in the mouth, but the mouth kind of looks almost suction cupped in a way. This reminds me of the scene right when he kind of first appears at the altar, and he's standing there and he's kind of just looking at her. That's what this Kong reminds me of. When I try to picture it in a movie, I always look at this and think, this is like right when he's getting ready to get her from the altar. That's what I always depict this Kong as being when I see him. This particular pose that Mark did on him. He did a pretty good job though with him. I love this thing. I do feel the face could have been a little better, but I still see 76 Kong in it. So just to know that there are no figures of Kong, very rare at all of any of them, and I can have a source to get a nice 76 Kong. That's why I've got all these. So, because it is, I love that he's an upright walking Kong, like I said. And the 2017, I think, really takes a lot of attributes from the 76 because he's an upright walker as well. It's a very nicely done suit for that time, and Rick Baker did a nice job, and Mark Seng Yang did a nice job on the sculpt. All right, I'll do some size comparisons now. And we'll start with the X Plus size comparisons, and let's do that right now. All right, everybody, here are two of the bigger 30 centimeter X Plus figures. First, height-wise, you can see Kong is taller than both of these. This is the 30 centimeter Hedorah and the 30 centimeter Godzilla 1967. As you can see, Kong is quite a bit taller than both of them. He's probably got Hedorah by at least an inch, and the 67 Godzilla probably 2 inches. This is roughly a 15-inch tall sculpt. But they look pretty cool together. Like I said, he is hybrid in scale. He's between a gigantic and a 30 centimeter. All right, I'll bring up all my 76 Kongs that I have in my collection. Let's do that right now. All right, everybody, I'm back. And here is, I have 4 76 Kongs. Right here is this 30 centimeter. I consider him a 30 centimeter. He scales well with the 30 centimeter X Plus Godzillas. And this here is probably about the same height as this one here. That is the 76 Kong killing the giant boa. Probably same scaling and everything there, really. Same face, pretty close to the same facial expression and everything on both of those. This big guy over here is the Breakthrough Project 76 Kong. There's a giant wall back here on my rack on the right hand side back here on the top shelf, and it's got a hole in it and it depicts Kong breaking through the wall. And he is about 18 inches tall, roughly. He scales up with the gigantic Series X Plus figures really well. But these are all four of my 76 Kongs, and they're all done by Mark Seng Yang. He did a good job with them. Did a really good job depicting the 76 Kong. The best one face-wise is probably this big one, of course, like I said. But as far as this body type and the size and everything of the 76, I think he captured it well on all three of these. I have a video in my archives on this 76 Kong killing the boa, and I have videos on pretty much all these. I don't think I've done a video on this 30 centimeter one, but the Breakthrough Project and this one I've done videos on, and I believe they're in the archives of my channel. Alright, I'll do some closing thoughts on this here Kong, and we'll do that right now. Alright everybody, I'm back. Final thoughts of this figure. I wanted a bigger scale when I asked Mark about it, and he delivered pretty good on this here deal, I think. Then I went even bigger with that 76 break through the wall Kong. So, but this is a really nicely done sculpt by Mark. This was almost going on 3 years old now, so his skills keep getting better and better. Like I said, definitely a skilled artist, and I think if I asked him for another 76 Kong, he'd really capture that just as well, for sure. But you can contact Mark Seng Yang, and he will produce one of these for you. Commission approaching 50 sculpts from him. I know right now he's kind of shut down because of this whole virus thing. It's shut down his supplier for the clay to do these, so I don't know when my next project will be coming, but my next project is a gigantic Fire Godzilla from 2019, so hopefully sooner than later on that. I'm eager to see what he does with that. But definitely great source for a 76 Kong is Mark Seng Yang. I know Leslie Chambers can vouch for that as well. He loves the 76 too, so I'm definitely on the love side with the 76. I know it's love and hate though, for sure. But I would highly recommend Mark's talents to get you a nice Kong 76, especially if you're a 76 fan, because there just ain't no figures of this Kong. So he's a great source for getting some great sculptures. All right, I'll bring the camera closer for a close-up of this here Kong. I want to thank everyone that always tunes into my channel and supports it. Like the video if you like it, and comment below. This is Phil the Kaiju King for my collection room here in Greater Cincinnati, and me and King Kong 1976. I want to wish you all a blessed day, and everybody stay safe out there. And I'll talk to you again soon.